Two.
What's going on, boys? So welcome back to Glory Hound episode 2. We're here with Brady Moody and Chase Bromstedt, and obviously we got producer Paul in the top left. So,
Hey.
we made it through another week. So the NCAA hasn't suspended our podcast yet. I'm sure that it's coming, but for
Yeah,
right
big time yet.
no, for right now we're chilling. So it's going well. But just a basic layout of the podcast, kind of similar to Mikey's podcast last week, is we're gonna introduce you guys, kind of know who you are. We're gonna go into like a story time with you guys, like kind of figure out like your career and kind of talk about like all the teams you played for before college. Then we're gonna get into the Tulsa Mighty Golden Hurricane in college and see your how the team is and what went wrong last year and what could possibly go right this year. And then we'll talk about the beep test. So the beep test, if you haven't watched last week, first go watch that episode. But the beep test is like, so you get 5 questions, okay? They progressively get harder. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So they're going to progressively get harder, and you don't have to answer these questions, but you'll look kind of weak if you stop at level 2. So um, with that being said, I guess we'll kind of get started here. So Chase, so kind of introduce yourself. Tell us like what position you play, and what school, what year you are in school.
All right, yeah. So I'm Chase Bromstedt. I play left back at University of Tulsa, and I actually just moved to left back last year, and I'm a senior this year. My last season got canceled, so.
I was gonna say like, I remember freshman year you played in that pivot as a 6, and then you moved up. Sophomore year you played the 8, the 10, and now
Yeah.
you're on at left back. So what position kind of do you feel most comfortable as? Like I know maybe when you shift up to the next level, you tend to get shifted out to outside back. So like what kind of position are you looking to play this year, or what where do you feel you're most comfortable?
Um. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think I like playing midfield a little bit more, just because it's more attacking minded and stuff like that. But on this team, our coach lets our outside backs get pretty forward,
Right.
so that's good. And obviously, like if you have aspirations to go to the next level, playing in the midfield is kind of hard because there's so many good guys in there. And
Yeah.
you're right. They like Alphonso Davies. They moved him out to outside back, and look what he's doing. So. I definitely do like outside back. I just got to get a little better at defending.
Right, right. Did you play left back for Kansas City? We'll get into that right now, but did you play left back before college?
Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing as here. I started at midfield, and then they moved me out to left back, and then that's actually when I started playing left back. That's actually how I got signed to an academy contract with Swope Park Rangers. So.
Okay, we'll get into that later as well. But just for right now, it's just so like everyone knows, who was your favorite player growing up? Who did you try to model your game after? Don't give me like an Iniesta, bro.
Yeah.
Give me like an MLS USA player, bro. Give me some of that.
uh, Growing up, I really liked Benny Feilhaber a lot. I
Yeah.
thought
Good call. Good
I
call.
thought he was disgusting. And like even to the MLS, like I I, I don't know.
He's the only American player that's like kind of creative, that
Yeah,
like I've seen that just like, is shifty. He's good on the ball. He's good with his feet, good in
yeah,
tight spaces. And that's how I think you play too. So that's like a great comparison there too.
yeah. Appreciate
So Brady, now we're gonna get into you, bro.
Oh
School year,
yeah.
give me your school year, give me your position. Obviously I know, but for the other fans out there that don't know what you play, kind of let them know what you do, man.
Yeah. So I'm Brady Moody. Same thing as Chase. I'm a senior. And then redshirt junior right now technically. So I'll have another year of eligibility next year. And then I'm a goalkeeper.
So what kind of goalkeeper are you, bro? Are you like a Zach Steffen, Ederson, good with your feet, good out of the back, good in the press? Are you like a Nick Romando, bro? Just tight, good, reflex saves? Are you like an acrobatic keeper? What are you, bro?
No, I'd definitely say so. I'm a little on the shorter side, I'd say, for the typical like prototype goalkeeper. So I'm a little like bare like 6 foot and some change. So not like a Zach Steffen massive guy, but like kind of how Chase was talking about who he was looking up to growing up. I love John Bush in the MLS.
For the
Played for
who?
the Fire a lot. I'm from Chicago, so watched him a decent bit as well, and just uh, goalie who's also a bit on the smaller side, but still is able to perform at a super high level and play for the national team as well. I'd definitely say I like to pride myself on my footwork. Like when we're in drills with the team and stuff like that, I definitely like to try and compete with them as much as possible. So I don't think I'm out of place when we're playing out of the back and stuff like that. So that's definitely what I pride myself on is a lot of that short to mid-range distribution, just being solid on that. And then, yeah, so not a super tall, commanding presence and coming out 12 yards to come get across, but definitely being strong when I can.
So how does Coach McIntosh want you to play out of the back? Does he want or for everyone that doesn't know, Coach McIntosh is their coach at Tulsa. So how does he want you to play out of the back? Does he want short passes kind of to play out of pressure, or does he want like long balls to the wingers? Obviously not
Yeah,
to get out of bounds, but
yeah, no. So I think we have a lot of in our back line. We have a lot of really good technical players. Obviously, Chase at left back and Mitch at right back, and a lot of
right.
really technical center backs as well. So it's really nice and makes it really easy to play a lot. But on the other hand, we don't want to just be passing around the back just to make up passes. So obviously, if we need to keep it around the back to keep the ball and force the other team to step and make a decision, but then when it's on, maybe finding the six or finding Chase or Mitch at left and right back a little further up the field with a little lofted ball so we can get the attack going. Just because if I can take out players from the opposition with my passing, then it's easy for us to go forward and attack.
For sure, for sure. So now that was kind of like a brief background introduction on Chase and Brady, but now we're gonna get kind of into their story, like story time.
Yeah, I'll start it off with Chase. All right, so we know you played for Sporting Kansas City, right? So what we wanted to know, or what we want to, the fans want to know, is like, how did you get into the academy?
So around sixth grade or so, I was playing for my dad's team the whole time, and then they actually had like a little tryout for everybody in the city. So a bunch of kids from my team went and did a little tryout. Basically, it's like 3 days, scrimmage every day, and pretty much showcase your skills and stuff like that. And that was back when they were the Wizards.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into it, and I've been with them since I was 13 until 18, and when I left.
And I like the tryouts. Do they test your fitness a lot, or is it just scrimmaging?
Yeah, it was literally just scrimmaging. So, I mean, it's a little bit of fitness in there, but yeah, it was just scrimmages.
Did you try out as like a six or like a three or a fullback or something?
I tried out as a midfielder.
Okay.
I did, yeah. And
left back until like my last year of.
Okay, so you kind of transitioned later on in your academy career.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spent like what 6 years in the DA, so 7 years. So what was the best facility you played at in the DA? I know that Sporting Kansas City got a new facility too. Was that one of the best ones in the league, or?
I would say personally, that's probably the best facility I played at. The Sporting KC one.
They got like hot tubs and pools, ice baths.
He is right. When I went there, I've also been to Kansas City, and like you guys have the locker room and everything is just clean, bro. Like it's just cool. And the facilities, bro. It's fields everywhere, bro.
Yeah. So each team has like from the U14s all the way up to the U18s has their own locker room.
Yeah.
And then they have like a little gym area inside which we work out in. And then
I think I saw that.
When I was younger, it was set up for the MLS team. They had 3 different fields for like all the different conditions. They had a turf field. So like if they go play in Seattle or Portland, they'd go practice on the turf field. And they had Bermuda grass, and then they had bluegrass for like each different kind of conditions that they were going to play in. So
tell me you're not a turf guy.
No.
We're an anti-turf podcast, so like.
No, I don't like turf.
Okay, good. And so you played, 7 years in DA, so you've probably seen a lot of players, and you've progressed to a lot of players, and you played against a lot of players. Mm-hmm. So what are kind of like the best players you played against that, kind of made it big, that everyone would know, or like players that you've played with also, like anyone that, kind of stands out?
Yeah. I think playing against the best player I played against is Weston McKinney. That guy, sick, obviously. And
Fair.
Christian Pulisic, played against him in the Florida Showcase.
Wow.
We lost 3-0, and he scored all 3 goals.
Did you turn you inside out?
No, I didn't play, but I was on the bench, so
That's cool. That's cool. But Weston McKennie's playing against Chase Bromstedt. Now he's playing against Cristiano Ronaldo, or with Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's
yeah.
you can see the progression of talent in the U.S. Everyone says, oh, players in the DA are never going to make it in Europe, and you can see what Weston's done at Schalke and just absolutely killed it. So
Getting a lot better.
Any low key players that you saw or played against that many people wouldn't know, but you think look, dude, this guy's a baller.
Yeah.
Low key players. Well, obviously, the whole FC Dallas team is.
They're disgusting.
Every year. Every year.
Yeah, they always do so well, and each player on their team is so technically gifted, and so I'd say everyone on their team, and even when we played Texans SC Houston, the team that won the DA National Championship. Mitch was on that team, Cervantes was on that team. I didn't know who they were then. Then Christian Kappas, I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah.
He's in Europe right now. He's really good.
Chris Richards as well, huh?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that he was on the team. He was pretty low key back then, and then he kind of had a breakout season, and then
right.
went to Dallas.
Right. So then you became later on in your Kansas City career, you became captain. How was that transition? Did you want to take on that responsibility? Did they did they hand you the armband? What went on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was pretty much just one game. My coach just put me as the captain. It was kind of, I wouldn't say I was the captain. It was kind of like here where we have multiple captains.
Yeah.
And I was just the one that happened to wear the armband. But I'd say that I'm a pretty vocal guy on the field. So, and I think I do a good job leading by example. So then I think he saw that, and yeah, that's how I became captain.
Sounds good, man. And then, so was it at 17 you signed your professional contract with the USL team, Swope Park Rangers?
I think it was 17 or 18 years old. I actually signed with them I took a gap year after my senior year of high school, and that's when I signed with them to, get physically stronger and to, just keep getting better. And that was, I think I was 18 years old.
So you signed your first, you could say you're a professional soccer player. So you were rolling around in the Lamborghini. What was going on?
I like the rollie.
I was pulling my Honda Civic to practice.
Humble guy.
So what made you want to go to college instead of staying professional? Is there did you play on the field, or did you see that look, I can go to college, get a little more physical, get some more years under my belt? How did that transition play out?
Yeah, I think what I wanted to do was obviously first get a college education because, in the MLS, the people don't last. You only go for maybe 5, 6, 7 seasons.
Right.
And that money's not going to last you forever. So
that's a great point. That's a great point, because I know a lot of players that just don't focus on academics and go straight to USL, MLS, and they think that that money's going to last them forever, but it's obviously not. So yeah, no, that's awesome. Thanks, Chase. Now we're gonna get to Brady. So Brady, you started out your kind of earlier career at Neckville Valley High School. Yeah, we did our research, bro. We know.
Oh yeah. Hey, Neco Valley, not Neckville Valley. Get that right.
The pronunciations too, Paul.
Neco.
We did our homework, bro.
Yeah, we did our homework on it. I'm not gonna lie.
You started out with the Chicago Magic FC United Academy.
Oh yeah.
I have a question. Why is that such a long?
Yeah. Okay, so when I first joined Magic, we were Chicago Magic.
Okay.
And then my senior year and now going forward, FC United, which is another club in Chicago, merged and bought the academy side of Chicago Magic. So now it's FC United going forward. But so my last year, me and Sean, another guy on the team here at Tulsa, both played there, and we don't really, and a lot of guys that were on the team don't really consider ourselves. We weren't too into the FC United just because we were so used to being Magic. So
Yeah.
that's why the name is so long.
That's what they do here. Like they get like teams, and like the St. Louis team is called like St. Louis Soccer Club, SC United.
Yeah, like it's too extra. Like, choose. Do you want to be an FC or do you want to be academy? Like,
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
calculated all the titles, bro. I swear. But so you played NPL for a year. So talk about that league. How it differs from the USDA. Are you allowed to play in high school if you play in the NPL?
Yeah, so my sophomore year of high school, I was at just kind of like my freshman year of high school, I was at just kind of like a local club playing with a ton of my buddies that I went to high school with. And then kind of made a decision. I was like, all right, I think it might be time for me to make a move. So I went to Magic there and definitely wasn't at the level yet to be on the DA. So the MPL, we still basically pretty much every DA team in that area. So like Magic had one, Soccer's had one, like Scott Gallagher had one, so all those places have one. But yeah, so we were able to play high school, so it was just basically a winter and spring thing, but it was still a great level. We still played against a lot of really good players. Went to nationals with that team and was a goal away from getting in the semifinals, and thought we could have done pretty well there. So that was a good experience, just kind of getting my feet wet at a higher level, because before then I'd been playing high school and just kind of a lower club level. So that was a good way to kind of wet the beak a little bit and going into the higher level.
Right. So after that year, you play. Then you transition in the DA team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so did you play with a lot of good players on your team? Did you play against a lot of good opposition? Kind of like similar to Chase's question, who were the best players you played against or played with in the like 2 years of DA?
Yeah, so there was I mean, the thing about Chicago is that we had three academies in Chicago. So you have Fire, you have Sockers, and then we had Magic. So the player pool was drawn from like Wisconsin, like players from Indiana would come, some players from like that were in South of Michigan would come, like just a lot of really good talent that all kind of accumulated in that area. There was a lot of really good players that were on that academy team that went on to play at some really good schools. Like Sean and I are here right now at Tulsa. Kyle McCurley, he's at Wake Forest right now, doing pretty well. Patrick Coleman at Notre Dame, a couple guys at like Wisconsin. So some pretty good guys that went there. And then obviously kind of sound redundant, but we played FC Dallas in playoffs one year, and yeah, that's the best team that I've ever played against. I mean, we played North Texas SC a couple years ago in the spring, and that whole North Texas team was genuinely the team that we played in that academy playoff. So, but yeah, and then uh, one player, I know you're asking Chase about, like one of those low key players. There's one player that played for soccer. His name's Derek Dobson. He's at Georgetown right now, and
Okay.
I actually lost to him in the middle school soccer championship. So that was a heartbreak back then. But that was a guy. He went on last year. Obviously, Georgetown, unbelievable program and what they've done recently, and he's leading. He's a captain for them, and so that was one player that whenever we played soccer, you knew he was bound to get at least one or two.
Final four last year, huh?
Yeah.
Incredible year for them. So then you played in the USSDA playoffs. Who were the like best teams you played against?
Yeah, so we played. So we didn't get out of the group, sadly, but we played. So we played. We had DC United in our group. We had FC Dallas, and then we had I think it was Capital Area Railhawks. They're from North Carolina. I think they're like NCFC now. But so yeah, we played the Railhawks first game, won that 2-1, so we're feeling pretty good. And then obviously coming up against FC Dallas next, you just kind of trying to do as much as you can. So we ended up losing that game 3-0, and then I think we might have tied or lost to DC United as well, just because we knew we were already out. Wasn't much to play for in that sense because only one goes through. So, but yeah, I mean, the thing about that, and even just like the Florida showcases in the DA, is there's great players on every team. Like it might not be big names that you know of, and like obviously there are those big names that you know of, but there's also those guys that fly a little under the radar, and
Right.
aren't getting the like national team recognition or like Power Five schools like that recognition, but you're never gonna have an easy game in that league, which is why I think it's so good for developing guys going forward.
Right. And coming out of the DA, how were your offers with college? Were you highly recruited? Did you get any, a lot of offers? Did you, look at a lot of schools? Were you planning to go to USL first? How did that work out?
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't super heavily recruited coming out of high school. Like a lot of schools that I felt like I was super close with and almost had it, and then didn't work out for some reason or the other. And so I had a couple schools I was choosing between, like two or three Division Ones, and then a couple Division Threes, just because I knew that a little realistic that like I need to focus more on academics than other stuff like that. So like those D3 schools were still great soccer programs, but so yeah, not a ton of recruited, but then my family was moving down to South Carolina, and so I was like, you know what, like I kind of think I want to be a little closer to them going to school. So I decided to go to USC Upstate, which Mikey actually, your last guest, went to as well, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, no. So that's I didn't know that you moved from Chicago to South Carolina. So you kind of followed your family with that, college transition. That's pretty unique, dude.
Yeah, I was kind of wanted to stay close to them. So once I found that out, I kind of shifted my stuff from Midwest to trying to look a little further down there.
Right, right. So what do you like better, South Carolina or Chicago?
Can't do me like that. Chicago for sure.
Chicago for sure. Okay, that's the first year like tough questions. Okay, so okay.
Okay, easy, easy, easy.
Okay, okay. No, no, this kid's getting cocky, Paul, bro. We're gonna bring up the all right, so Chase, kind of in
Yeah.
detail. So Paul, you wanna take this one?
Yeah, like what offers did you get coming out of high school? Like, you highly recruited as well, or like?
Yeah, it's kind of the same as Brady. I wasn't really heavily recruited. I was still a pretty small guy.
Yeah.
Smaller than I am now, if you can believe that. But yeah, I think I was talking to some schools, and all of that kind of fell out. I was talking to like West Virginia, UNO, Pitt for a while. So some pretty good schools. And then actually how I got recruited by Tulsa was they came to a game, and then they liked me. Coach Poor, who's at UMKC now, reached out to me, and they came to more games and saw me at the showcase. And then finally, it was like February of like my last year, and I was like, you know what, I need to get things going. So I kind of just reached out to Tom and was like, hey, I really want to come join this program because they just won 3 AAC championships.
Right.
So I thought this would be a good school to come to. And then, yeah, I was pretty much at the end. Tulsa was the only offer that I had.
That's absolutely beyond me how you weren't more highly recruited. I find it despicable how coaches in college come out and say this kid's smaller than everyone else.
Yeah.
He's not going to be good. Like Benny Feilhaber had the same problem. That's why like this is a good comparison. But like it's unbelievable. Like I think you're one of the most technical players like in the American Conference. Like honestly, after watching your games, I don't say that lightly either. Like I've seen Chris Mueller play. I've seen big players come through and play. Andre Shinyashiki, like, you can tell who's gonna, who has talent. And I find it unbelievable how college coaches look at the stat sheet, they see 6'4", 250, and they're like, yeah, that kid's my center back. Like, you can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's absolutely beyond me. That's why in U.S. soccer, you see, like, kind of the more technical players go under the radar, right? Because they're not highly recruited because they're not 6'4", they're not 6'5", they're not massive, they're not massive players. So, like, I don't get that. So that's just absolutely beyond me. So. Props to Tom and Tulsa for picking you up. And
yeah, thankfully they took a chance on me, and it worked out.
Yeah, but like you're a USL. You signed a USL contract, and you're not more highly recruited than that. That's just absolutely unbelievable, bro. So, so that's something that obviously needs to change in U.S. soccer because we can't keep on having these center mids that are like 6'5", play sideways passes and think they're good because they're physical players, So, but that's my little rant on that. So, so Brady, how did you come to TU? What was your TU University of Tulsa for all you non-Tulsans out there? So, Brady, how did you come to TU? What was your transfer process like from Upstate?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, decided to go to USC Upstate first, and I really liked the guys, really liked the atmosphere, had no problem with any of the guys on the team. Like I really liked the coaches as well, but I kind of decided I want to play at the highest level I can, and like I don't know whenever like soccer's gonna stop for me, and I don't want to regret not trying to play as high of a level as I possibly could.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of the guys on the team kind of had that same mindset. And so I was like, all right, I think it might be time for change. So made that decision to get my letter of to get released. And then that was, I think, literally like the year before that they like started the transfer portal.
Right.
So I wasn't able to just like put my name in the portal and kind of have people like reach out to me. So it was a lot like just going back to high school and starting the whole recruiting process over again.
Right.
So talked to a ton of my old coaches and just was like, hey, if you know of anything, like let me know and stuff like that. And then so Sean, like I said earlier, guy here at Tulsa played on Magic with me, and we were just kind of checking in one day, and I was like, hey, like just want to let you know, like I'm transferring. And it was just kind of like a thing of just like we were just keeping each other updated on how we were doing. And he was like, oh, like we actually have two guys, like two goalies who left, so like we're looking to bring in some goalies. And I was like, oh, like that'd be crazy to kind of like reunite with him. And so I talked to one of my old goalie coaches, and he actually knew Tom super well, so it was super easy to get in contact with him. And it was pretty late on, and I wanted to try and start in the spring just so I could kind of get in and get going as soon as possible. So I took the trip the next week and to come visit, and loved all the guys. Stayed in the dorms with Chase and all the other freshmen and stuff like that, and had a good time there. And same thing like Chase I just saw all the success that this program had of producing really good players and a lot of really good results. And I decided that, you know what, like I think that's the place for me, and it's worked out pretty well. I love it here, so I'm really happy that that's how I came to the decision.
That's good. That's good. And so I hope you didn't come to the school because you saw their mascot. Bro, they have the worst mascot in the NCAA.
Oh man, Captain Kane.
Captain Kane, bro. What is that, dude? We're naming our programs after like natural disasters and stuff. Like we could have called like the Tulsa landslides, bro. That would have probably fit perfect, bro.
My family's here, and we went to the bookstore yesterday, and my sister there's a picture of Captain Kane there. She's like, what's that, Brady? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's our mascot.
It's like a guy you'd see like on like a bag of chips, you know, like bro. I swear they just went on clip art, bro, drag something, and they said that was that, bro. But but so last year obviously didn't go as you guys planned. I think you finished with a 4-9-2 record.
Hey.
4 wins, 9 losses, and 2 draws. As a a massive Hurricane fan myself, I was kind of disappointed by some of the games. Obviously, you guys got kind of thrashed by SMU, but obviously they were number 4 in the nation, and then got 6 put past you by UConn. So like, what was the atmosphere in the locker room like after those results? Like, either one can take this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the good thing, I mean, like obviously everyone on the team, like if you're playing at this high of a level, everyone on the team's super competitive. So no one wants, like everyone's pretty upset after those things happen. And even throughout the season, like we had a lot of results that obviously like didn't go how we wanted, but were super close, like overtime games or
How many overtime games did y'all lose that year? I remember a lot.
When I checked the stat sheet, I think there was about 3 or 4 of them that went to OT, if I'm right.
And the year before that, we went to even more. And
yeah, I think it was 6 2 years ago. Oh. Like 6 games we had in overtime. But something crazy like that. But especially with like those results and then the big losses as well, like it's super easy that everyone get down and pretty upset at each other. But I mean, to the credit of like Tom and all the other coaches and of all the guys, like I don't think we ever were going into a game saying like, oh shoot, like here we go again. Like this is about to be a bad one. I think we always went in with the mindset of like, all right, like new week, like especially when we went to training, like new week, let's have a new attitude, like get at it, and this is gonna be the one that we win. So I think like obviously everyone was upset. No one wants those results, but I think everyone was pretty positive going forward to try and change it.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Tottenham Hotspur documentary, All or Nothing, but you see like Heung-min Son and Hugo Lloris kind of going at it after a game because it's high intensity. Like if you play at that level, like you want to win, and like you're gonna argue with your teammates, you're gonna bicker, and that's good. Like that's healthy. If people weren't arguing after a game when you get smashed 5-1 or whatever it was, then then you're not a competitive team. Like you should be pissed off. That's what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I want to add a question. Who is like the life of the locker room? Like who brings like the energy into the locker room to like,
Kind of rectify things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's Mitchell Cashin, our right back. He's kind of he's another really vocal guy. He brings up the energy. He gives us a little motivational speech before every game, and yeah, he's one of our other captains as well. But he's more the one that kind of like pumps people up before the game and stuff like that.
Yeah. How do you like plan to turn it around this year? Like, is there like something that you're gonna do differently? Is it like the team cohesion different? Do you have like better defensive like awareness? Is there like more like just general awareness of like what you'll want to achieve this year?
Yeah, I think one big thing about this year is staying healthy.
Right.
I mean, the last couple of years, a couple of our key guys like Thomas Wells, I think we just need him to stay healthy. And I think as like team cohesion, I think this year, I think Brady can say this too, but I definitely feel like our team's a lot closer than it's been in the past. So that's good. And I think we're a lot deeper this year than we have been in the past as well.
Yeah, I think we have a couple really good guys, incoming freshmen, but then also some older guys that are coming in as well that are coming from really good. For example, like Mariano Fazio and Henry Sack, two transfers from Richland Junior College. They've won 2 straight national championships, and just guys, just guys from a standard like that are winners, and winning's a mentality. So you get guys in that win, and it just kind of helps bring the whole group up.
Right.
I also think like obviously this whole like the whole last spring we didn't get to train at all really or do anything, obviously because of COVID and everything. But I think all the tactical stuff that we did over Zoom and stuff like that, I think everyone has a lot better understanding of how we want to play and everyone's role in the system. So I think it's looking up for us a lot this year. I think the team's looking a lot better, and just everyone knows their roles and is willing to buy in more to those roles, I think, this year than before.
Right. And so, give me a prediction: top 3 in the American, or what? For sure.
I think so. Personally, I think so.
Okay, that's good. I need a tourney, bro. Before I leave Tulsa, bro, I need to see y'all in an tourney. So
We need to
This is the year for you, Felipe.
yes, sir. I remember Seba Sanchez. You obviously know him.
Yeah.
He played with y'all. Played at the University of Tulsa. Just recently graduated. He told me that was like one of the best experiences of his life playing in the tourney. They obviously like sold out like the Hurricane track and whatever I don't even know what they call it now, but they sold that like whole complex out. There's people like around the whole track. It was crazy. So like if y'all can like bring the same atmosphere that kind of the basketball program brought us last year, that would be absolutely insane. So like just the atmosphere would be, I don't know, like there aren't that many people that, constantly go to soccer games, but I think if y'all start winning, obviously the fair weather fans will come, they'll start pulling.
Yeah, no, hopefully. That's the plan.
Sure, we need a sellout, bro. Sell out at the Hurricane track.
In field complex.
All right, so here's kind of the more fun part. So this is kind of where you guys need to get stressed out, okay? So this is the part called the beep test. So if you don't know what the beep test is, it's beep test coming in from like, the fitness thing, you start running and you kind of you have to go from one point to another, and you start getting more tired and more tired and more tired. And we're going to see which one of you guys can last longer, which one has more stakes. Yeah, I know, bro. Buckle up, bro. And so the questions are going to get progressively harder, okay? So you can stop at any time, like the beep test. You'll just look pretty poor, Level 2, we can't be having that. So we'll see how you guys progress in that. So the first question is, create a 5-a-side team of the best players you have ever played with or trained with. So you could have trained with them once or twice. You could have played with them all 20 years. I don't really care. Just give me the best players you've ever played with, the 5-a-side. So we need a goalkeeper. We need 3 professionals, like no more than 3 professionals and 2 college players. And then you have to include yourself in that team. And Chase, you can't have Brady on your team, and Brady, you can't have Chase on your team. Okay, so that's like 4 plus. That's a bunch of like math equations, but y'all figure it out. So, so Brady, we'll go first with you. So we're gonna pencil in here Brady as a starter in goal. I think that's safe to say. So,
Big decision from the gaffer there.
That's a huge decision. So what are you looking for your 5?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna play a 1-2-1. So have one defender, two midfielders, not necessarily defensive or attacking, and then one striker. And so up top, I'm gonna go with Manuel Sabi.
With Christian Cappies right now, I think he's with.
Is he? Are they on the? I don't know if I think they're both. I know they're both in the same country. I don't know if they're on the same. And they might be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hillsborough.
So he was an 18. So he was an 18 academy when I was a 16, and so we trained together a lot. And that guy, I mean, that guy's a beast. Like,
bro,
quick, strong. That like going up in practice, like if he was coming at you, you just knew it was going in the back of the net. So up top, I got to go with Sabi.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'd say defender. I'm gonna go with a guy from my old school, Upstate. His name was Lucas Summer. So he was a senior. He played in Schalke's academy in Germany. Big guy, like 6'3", big stocky guy, but super nice on the ball. Really technically good, and yeah, could do a good job in being the one defender in that side.
Yeah.
Then let's see. So when I was my summer before I went into college, I trained with the FC United PDL team, and that team was stacked. They had like 5 guys that got drafted in that league, and one of them was Chris Mueller. So I think he could do a job at like in a midfield role for me. It's kind of the same thing as Sabi. Like I was watching kind of a little from a distance, just in the fact that I was just kind of there wasn't really on the team, but just there to gain some experience and hopefully do well so I could do better going into school. So I'll put him there, and then the last one I'll pick was a guy from my Magic team. His name is Danny Aloiza. He plays at a D3 school in Illinois right now called Carthage. And I think that's probably just for a lack of academics. He is one of the creative midfielder, super shifty and nice on the ball, and yeah, I think that would be my squad. Couple known names, couple unknown names, but yeah, I've had a lot of good players I've played with. Probably not as good as those Sporting KC products that Chase is about to pull out, but that's my 5.
Hey, bro, you got Chris Mueller on your team, and I'm a big CM10 fan, Cash Mueller. I saw him play against y'all like freshman year. I think Chase, you remember that game? That kid turned everyone inside out, bro. That kid was magical, bro. That's you can see a player. I saw him and Andre Shinyashiki touch the field, bro, and it was just a different level, bro. Andre Shinyashiki scored 28 goals in college. What is that kid's problem, bro?
Yeah, that guy was a beast.
I think with us, he touched the ball twice and scored twice.
Andre?
Yeah.
Too funny.
Poacher, man. He's just deadly in the box.
He's a different level, bro. All right, so Chase, we're gonna get into your team now. Kind of give me your 4 on the pitch, and then your goalkeeper, and then I'm gonna pencil you in the midfield as well. So unless you want to play defensive,
Ooh, this is a big decision, Chase.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go defensive because there's the guys in front of me are pretty good.
Okay, I got you.
So I'm gonna go with Goalkeeper, the best goalkeeper I've ever played with. His name's Steven Tkeski. He's at West Virginia right now. He's playing. He's also in his senior year. I'll go me at defense, and then I'll go Benny Feilhaber. Obviously, probably one of the best guys that I've ever seen in person. Then I'll go another guy I played with at Swope Park Rangers. His name's Lebo Maloto. He's on FC Tulsa now. He's really good. Also one of the better soccer players I've seen play. And then up top, he's kind of like he can play the 10, can play the 8. I'm gonna go with Felipe Hernandez. He's on Sporting right now. Grew up with him from the U16s to the U18s. Obviously, he's on the first team now. So
I thought you were about to say me, bro. I was like, that's not a good move. Hernandez, I was like, okay, thank God, bro. I don't have to swoop in for Chase's team and save him. So, no, but so me, producer Paul and I, we each have a vote, okay? And then the fans each have a vote. So we're gonna post an Instagram like story kind of comparing the both teams and seeing who wins, and whoever wins, I guess, will get some sort of like gear or something. We'll think of it, but obviously not compensation. NCAA, chill out. But,
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to keep my eligibility.
yeah, I know exactly. They're gonna be watching this with all their eyes tears, like, oh, these kids, nah, bro, no, we got you, bro. No form of acceptance. All right, so, but we got the both lineups, and so Paul, who are you voting for, bro? What team do you think would win?
I don't know, man. I'm a big Emmanuel Sabi fan. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I might have to lean towards Brady's side. You know.
So 1 point for Brady, okay. And just because Felipe Hernandez plays on that team and he has my first name, and also I love Benny Feilhaber, I'm going to vote for Chase's team. So we got 1-1. So fans, go to our Instagram. You got to vote on whose team you think is better, okay? And whoever wins will obviously, have, the bragging rights, and obviously we'll send you a shirt or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Felipe, do you want to start it off or do you want to end it off?
I'll do it. Yeah. So question number 2, bro. This is heating up. All right, Brady. What bet did you lose that they made you dye your hair blonde, bro?
Well, sorry to break it to you, but no bet. When I got back here to Tulsa, it's pretty bored, just me and my girlfriend hanging out, and I was like, you know what would be funny? And I was like, I should go bleach my hair. And so went to the Sally Mae beauty store right by the Target in Tulsa and picked up some products, and my girlfriend, the hairstylist, did it for me.
Did she approve of that, or what? After what happened there?
I have the product right now in my in my bathroom. I can go grab it.
Bro, I'm gonna make a deal with you, bro. If y'all don't make top 3 in the conference, bro, that product needs to stay in your hair for another year, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Felipe, that's a bet.
Okay, bro. All right, that sounds good to me, bro.
You heard it here first.
You hear it first. All right, so now we're gonna move on to Chase, bro. Oh no, bro. Oh no. So level 2 for Chase. Who made your Wikipedia page, bro?
Yeah, bro.
I have a Wikipedia page.
Chase has a Wikipedia page. I gotta go look
Stop
this
it
up.
right now.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, bro. I'd be Googling myself every day if I knew I had a Wikipedia page, bro. I just can't have a Wikipedia page. I'm done, bro.
Hold on, let me look this up.
Bro, all your stats, bro. Golden.
Bro, all your stats are there. You're worth $28K in the market, bro.
Ew.
We did our research, bro. I'm telling you, bro. How have you never Googled yourself?
That's crazy. Was your place of birth Sioux City, Iowa?
It was.
Wow, I'm learning more and more every day.
Wow.
Nah, bro.
Easy.
Come on, tell me who made it.
You.
This guy made his own Wikipedia page, and he's like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Who made it?
Yo, if I made my own Wikipedia page, I would not list myself as 5'9". Come on.
Oh, you'd be a little more thrifty.
Yeah,
What do you list it on as on the Tulsa website?
I think it's still 5'9".
5'9". Nah, bro. We got to get that rounded up, bro.
Yeah.
Well, they told me I'm 5'10", bro. I'm like, there's no way, dude. I'm easy 6'4", bro. Easy. All right, so you have no idea who made that Wikipedia page then?
Zero clue.
All right, we'll figure that out for you then.
I swear it wasn't me.
get the stats. Producer Paul, get the stats department on
Bro,
that.
producer Paul, that's how we saw like 46 games played, 8 goals for the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. I'm like, bro, dude, this kid's stats are being updated too, and nah, bro, someone's your biggest fan out there, bro. Someone needs to get that credit, bro, because that's too funny. All right, so Brady, level 3 now.
Level 3.
Level 3.
Hot man.
Uh-oh. You
I'm
better
sweating, bro. I'm sweating.
You better hope your Tulsa teammates aren't checking in either, bro. Oh no. All right, so would you rather win an NCAA championship with Tulsa or play professional soccer in the USL for 5 years? That's a toughie.
That is.
I'd say win a national championship for Tulsa.
Win
Like,
it.
I don't even think that's like that's not really a hard like question for me. I just think that like with how close I've gotten to like this core group of guys over the past couple of years, like just that achievement, it would be like that's something you remember for your life. And yeah, like obviously like playing pro in the USL for a couple of years would be unbelievable because that's a dream come true. But I think like just the amount of work that everyone here's put into that, I think it's an easy question, national championship with Tulsa.
Tulsa
That's a
men's
very good
soccer.
explanation.
Clip that right now. They're gonna clip that, bro. You're gonna recruit all the kids, bro.
That's bulletin board material right there, baby. Let's go.
That's the clickbait we need, bro. We need that. We need that. All right, Chase. Same question for you, bro. NCAA championship with Tulsa or USL contract for 5 years? Be careful, bro, because you know what Brady answered. So
Nah, I think I have to go with Brady on this one too.
okay.
I'd have to go with the national championship. I think that's something that like not many people get to experience.
Yeah.
And obviously, bringing Coach Tom and bringing the school a national championship would be awesome.
That'd be insane, bro. And you need to order me a ring too, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wearing that thing around everywhere.
Yes, bro. The bling. You
Like,
got
oh, sorry, didn't see you there.
exactly. You got your
Just
a
national
national
champion.
championship ring, and then you got your wife's wedding ring somewhere in the drawer. So like, you know.
Yeah. Priorities.
All right. So question number 4. We'll start with Chase here. Level 4, bro. This is getting intense. All right.
People are already falling out in the beep test right now, Chase. You're one of the few left.
Dude. And we're gonna see who lasts longer. So don't freak out if this question's hard. Okay.
Let me do it.
You got it, Paul.
All right.
Level 4.
All right, level 4, bro. I'm gonna need you to rank these players based off ability, bro. Felipe Hernandez, Cameron Duke, and Juan Cousin.
That's so.
Tell me Cameron Duke is up there, bro. Like,
Yeah, I think Cameron Duke is probably one of the shiftiest guys I've ever played with. I'm gonna go Felipe, my number 1.
okay,
Cam Duke, number 2.
okay,
And then Cousin, number 3. But I mean, they're all like really good players. So
You heard it here first. Juan Cousin, the worst player Chase Bromstedt has ever played with.
the Malaysian.
Chase's phone's blowing up right now. The Malaysian Messi.
I also have a question. Did you get the chance to put Luka Poncio as well?
A little bit, maybe like one game or so. But he was like he's an 0-2, so he was like on the 16s when I was on the 18s, and he was still even playing up on the 16s. So yeah, he was at the Swope Park practices every once in a while as well. But he's also very good. I think personally he's doing really well in that number 6 role.
Yeah, I saw Felipe started the last MLS game for them too. That's kind of class as well.
Getting a lot of academy guys, which is good.
Yeah, and especially with the condensed season they got because of COVID, it's cool to see like them implementing all their academy players because you can't play, your 37-year-old Roger Espinosa. I don't even know how old he is, but Roger Espinosa every game and stuff like that. That's pretty cool though. Like, I'm glad you had the ability to rank those because I swear to God I couldn't tell the difference between all those. So, Brady, dude, this one's massive, bro. I'd say it's probably harder than Chase's, probably. But it's like, tense because I'm about to rip like a fourth of the locker room apart. So, rank the 4 goalkeepers at the University of Tulsa from first to worst, including yourself. You can stop at any point, bro. I'm not going to do this, bro.
Wow.
Who will survive? Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, I don't know if I can do that, man.
That's level 4, bro.
Can't be throwing anyone under the bus here. That's a tough question, Brady.
I'm thinking if there's any like diplomatic way I can say this.
Hey, you just be like, I don't know. I guess the role they're in now. I guess I don't know the order they're in now, but I don't know your order. It's up to you though. Because I know you came in. You had 5 goalkeepers in. You was 5 goalkeepers when you first came in, right? So like,
Yeah.
you know, you obviously kind of knew your role. So like, I don't know. Maybe if y'all are a tight knit group, maybe they don't understand. But if you don't feel comfortable, obviously leave it alone, bro.
All right, so I'll do this.
This gets crazy, bro. This gets crazy. This gets crazy.
All right, so we've had some inter squads. We've had some inter squads recently where they've given us like the line for right now. So I think actually, dude,
Dude, you don't have to, bro.
I'm out.
Okay. Level 4. All right, so Chase is our winner.
That's brutal, man. That's so
That's
brutal.
brutal, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I thought both of them were kind of hard, but then I looked at it, I'm like, bro, this guy plays with them every day, bro. There's no,
That's brutal. Yeah.
especially on podcast, dude. There's no way. But you want to hear the 5 question just to see how bad it would have been?
Yeah.
Number five for Brady would have been rank these coaches in order from first or best liked to least liked. You have Tom McIntosh, your Tulsa head coach, Ryan Poor, your old assistant, and a Herman Trophy winner, by the way. Humble plug. And then you got Jose Robles, your new assistant, and Bato Randondic.
Ooh, I'd do that question.
You would?
Yeah.
You would. So
I
you
would.
want to flip the 2? I can do that. If you want me to flip the 2, we can do that. If you want to do that.
Chase deserves to go on to the 5th question. So give Chase his 5th question.
If he answers it, all right, we'll go back to you. If he doesn't answer, we'll go back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So
that's fair.
Chase, we have another set of you, okay? Well, we have one more. This is to declare yourself the. If you answer this, it's done. Brady can't do anything about it. But you know, if you choke on this one, then Brady's gonna come in and swoop your title, okay? So rank these coaches: Tom McIntosh, your coach at Tulsa, head coach. Ryan Poor, the old assistant at Tulsa. John Perry from SKC, or Paulo Nagamura from Swope Park Rangers. No.
That's That's hard.
That is hard.
It is.
That's level 5, bro.
I think we might have to invite Tom McIntosh to the Zoom
Yeah.
call. Man.
Tom McIntosh is joining the Zoom call.
Is there a button for that, or like what? Quick or what?
No, it's hard because they're all great coaches and they've like helped me to where I want to go and where I am now. So
Obviously, you got your favorite though, so.
Yeah.
Well, we can leave it, bro. We can leave it. We can settle this as a tie. Brady will come in, swoop it. It's fine, bro. You don't have to answer it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Brady answer.
Okay, if Brady answers it, then all right, Brady. I'm gonna repeat your question. Okay.
All right.
Tom McIntosh, Ryan Poor, Jose Robles, and Bato Randondic.
All right, so I'm going best.
First to worst, yeah.
First to worst.
Yeah.
All right. Also, just say worst is not the worst. These are the worst coach I've ever had. Yeah. Okay, so first, I'm not even a diplomatic answer, but honestly, I'm putting Tom up there just because like I've never really had a coach that just brings like as much passion. Like you can just tell whenever we go up on the field, or like he just loves it so much, and like I mean he's been here for 25 years. And everything that he's doing. So for him, and he's really helped me look at the game just like in a different way, and how much like I prepare for stuff and stuff like that. So I'd say first, Tom. Second, I'm gonna put Bato Radoncic, just because he was one of my academy coaches at Magic, and he was really just one that like. Because when I first got to Magic, I was saying I was playing at not the highest level, so he really helped me and pushed me to grow into a higher level and helped me a lot with college stuff and stuff like that. Um, and then I'm putting um, I'm putting
This is
okay. This is see he's gonna clip this. I'm gonna look awful, but
I'm
I
not, I promise you I will flip it.
no. So I'm gonna put. I think just for the sense that we've only been with Robles for like 2 months to like 2 or 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Poor than Robles. I think Robles is an unbelievable coach. Like he just brings like a different dynamic to trainings. Just how he's like, um, I think especially with college kids, like you kind of have to like he does a really good job of feeling us out of just seeing like how we're feeling that day, whether it's like kind of joking around and messing around with us or getting down to business. But he's able to do both really well.
Yeah.
And then with Poor, I think like similar to Tom, just like the energy that he brings, like he's all gas, no brakes all the time. And so like, and especially like seeing a player that's achieved so much that he achieved coming from Tulsa, like that's something that like any of us would look at and be like, oh yeah, like that's what I want to do. So like I think, and obviously like I think he's gonna do a great job at UMKC, and but yeah, so I mean like I said, all of them really, really great coaches and have done a lot for me. And the only reason that I think Robles doesn't get hired is just for the fact that we've had him for 2 months.
Exactly. No, that's a really good answer, Brady. That's pretty diplomatic. I like the way you handled that.
What can I say?
You assisted. How are you gonna do that? No, bro. I'm too bad for like asking that question, bro. But no, that's pretty funny though. That's great that you mentioned Ryan Poor as well because I know he won the Mac Herman Trophy. It's like so it's the real Heisman. You know what I mean? So the Heisman's the fake Mac Herman. So he won that at Tulsa, bro. That's unbelievable, bro. And I think he had a really good season as well. If he wasn't, I don't know if he, I'm pretty sure he won it, but he might have got top two, top three. But yeah, unbelievable career. And then he went on to go play in the MLS with Kansas City. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
So that's good for him.
Kansas City and Portland, yeah.
In Portland, right? So yeah, obviously unbelievable career from the man himself. So great to hear that y'all had some pretty good experiences with him. Paul, anything you want to add from that?
Nothing.
Nothing there. All right. So now we're just, kind of wrap up. That was, an amazing time interviewing you guys and seeing, what you guys had to say about the locker room. I'm still waiting for the All or Nothing documentary on Tulsa Golden Hurricane. So we're going to see like how that progresses the year. I need to see, people slamming lockers and stuff. I need to see, the heartbreak, the awesome experiences you guys are going to have this year. And I know this year y'all are going to turn it around, and have such a good season. And it's going to be unbelievable. So when's your first game? Is it in the spring? Do you have like preseason scrimmages before that?
Yeah, I don't even think we don't even know any of that.
You don't know any of that yet?
I don't know if our coaches know that or not, but yeah, we don't know anything about that. We just know it's in the spring. We don't know if we're going to be able to play exhibition games and stuff like that. But I think we do know our first game is UCF.
Oh,
February sometime.
I think February 7th, did you say? 7th? Well, like the first week of February is our first game, and that'll be at UCF. So yeah, no, like Chase said, we don't know what's going to happen before that, but we're going full steam ahead towards that for sure.
Yeah. So tune in on Fox.
before the podcast ends, does Tulsa have like a rival school that you guys like just hate in every aspect? Like,
I could answer this, but you guys do it.
all right, yeah.
I think it's SMU.
SMU's y'all's derby derby team opposition.
What river runs the Oklahoma side? Red River, right? No, what is it?
Red River is OU Texas.
OU Texas, yeah. But is
Yeah,
that
so it's basically the same thing, but for soccer, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Red River of soccer, bro. Forget it. You know what I mean? It's SMU Tulsa. Last year, I know they got the better of y'all, but 2 years before that, I know y'all beat them. So like,
Yeah.
it's kind of even squared up, and I know we probably have some SMU players tuning in. So y'all are gonna lose 7-0 to my Tulsa Hurricane. So no, but hey, it's great to get you guys on. It was awesome, kind of getting to know you guys and
Most definitely.
seeing the background at Tulsa. But so for all of our loyal fans, this obviously was on YouTube, but be sure to check out our Instagram page as well.
Yeah.
And, if you're on YouTube, bro, you have nothing else to do than just to subscribe and leave a like, bro. There's nothing else you have to do, bro. These guys will tell you, but it's too easy, bro. Drop a subscribe, and if you enjoy this as well, go follow our Instagram as well. We're at 50 followers, groundbreaking. So that's massive.
Yeah.
So.
Making moves, money moves only.
Dude, and we're gonna get on Apple Podcasts as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one day they accept our application. One day, so we're just praying. So we'll see how that goes. But hey guys, it was great to have you guys on.
Pretty great. Thank you for even taking the time to do this.
Exactly, bro. An hour out of your Saturday, bro. And there's so many things I could have done, bro.
Oh no, I loved it. It was awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Awesome. Hey, well, guys, thank you so much. And producer Paul, we out, bro.
We out.
See ya.